I got my gallbladder snatched out a few days ago, and now I'm back doing my makeup like nothing ever happened. Let's get into it. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mahogany, and I'm about to do my makeup and then run some errands, but I just got my gallbladder out. Let's see, I got it out Friday, and today is Wednesday, so 5 days, and I just want to talk about a process a little bit what led up to me getting it removed. So if you're having these symptoms, you can maybe know that that's the issue, and then I'm also going to be doing my makeup. I have other makeup videos, so I'm not going to do too much describing the products. I might list them below, maybe. So I'm going in with my Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. So just starting out like with before my gallbladder removed and how I knew something was wrong, I would get like these pains in my stomach, and it would be like at the top part of my stomach, like sharp pain, and then I would get like pain radiating towards my back, and then I would get very nauseous. And I've always had like some stomach issues, but the nausea and the back pain, like the first time, you know, I could breathe through it, I ended up like having to throw up. And then after it happened like maybe 2 times that I complained about it to my mom. She knows that she's a nurse, so she be knowing everything. She suggested like maybe you should go to the doctor because that's kind of sound like it's your gallbladder, or just make sure everything's okay. So at first I was like, no, I'm not going. But then after it happened again, I was like, I'm gonna go. I used the Too Faced Born This Way, and I mixed the shades Maple and Spice Rum. So after I went to the doctor, they drew some blood, and a few days later my labs came back, and my liver and pancreas levels, I think it's like I can't remember exactly what they're called on my chart, but they were like related to liver and pancreas functions, I think, and they were super high. And I'm talking about like 4 months ago, my levels were like 22. In the range, the normal range is, let's say, for instance, 1 through 40. Mine's always was at like 22. For both of them, around 22.18. They were like, one was like 100 something, one was like 200 something. So I saw the charts. Of course, you always see your charts before your doctor does. And I knew like, okay, something's not right. I was a little nervous that it was going to be something with my liver. But he was like, yeah, with everything you described, let's go ahead and get you an ultrasound in the lab. So when I went to the ultrasound, they took an ultrasound of my stomach, and then they saw gallstones. So I was kind of debating back and forth if I wanted to get it out, because I know there's benefits to having it and not, like, once it's giving you pain. Like, our gallbladder is there for a reason. You know, it helps us break down fatty foods and release a little bit of bowel at a time. Like, it's important. But if it's causing pain once the symptoms have started, they're likely not going to stop. And I didn't want it to get worse. So I ended up deciding to get it out. And it was expensive. That almost made me be like, no. It was like a $20,000 surgery. My insurance for my job covered like 16. So I have to pay like $4,000 out of pocket, which is like, you know, depending on your insurance and your deductible, whatever. But I was like, whatever, I'll just get it out. And if I have to bill the rest, bill it, whatever. Because my health is more important than, like, you know, how much things cost. So I decided to proceed. So just getting me ready before surgery. I'm going in with a concealer that's really close to my skin tone. It is Deep Cinnamon by e.l.f. So preparing for the surgery, just certain pills that you might not can take for like 7 days before. I take ibuprofen a lot, like when I have pain or headaches or cramps. I had to switch to Tylenol. That was like probably the biggest change. Of course, the night before surgery, I stopped eating at like 11. I would say the night preparing for surgery, there was really nothing like super crazy that I did. I made sure I like had a comfortable outfit to bring with me, so I could not have anything pressing up against my stomach or chest area. And you have to have somebody there to accompany you. Of course, my parents came. The surgery went really well. Like, it was my first. I was a little not nervous for this. I was nervous just because I've never really had anything wrong with me, I guess. Nothing major. I've never broken any bones. Never had any major surgeries. Never really been under anesthesia except for when I was under like something when I got my wisdom teeth put out. So I just was a little nervous about what to expect. But the day of, I went in, undressed, put on the gown. They came in and put an IV in my hand. I didn't like that. That was like, it wasn't uncomfortable, but it wasn't comfortable. But the IV going, then they, I think they gave me 2 Tylenols before I went back there. They explained everything that was going to happen, how they were going to put the anesthesia, like roll me back and then administer the anesthesia. And it was going to go fast. Of course, I took like a little urine test, and then they wheeled me back. And literally, I was out, like, they wheeled me back. They were talking, and then I was out. And all I remember next was like waking up. So there was some pain. I remember them asking me like, "Can you scoot up a little bit?" I was like, "I tried," and I was like, "No." Like I cannot scoot up. It was like pain, but it wasn't like the most intense pain. It just felt like when you get a cut and it stresses your muscle. And I feel like with the gallbladder, my core was under like the most pain, I would say, because you're trying to like use your core muscle to do stuff. And there's like some cuts. I have like maybe 5 cuts on my stomach that make it painful to do certain things. So they prescribed me Oxy. And I also picked up some Gas X because when they do the gallbladder removal, they fill your stomach with gas. So it's important to work that gas out. My doctor said he didn't want me to do too much, like take it easy, but he didn't want me to be completely like immobile. So I tried to make sure I got up and like step. I would say I was getting like 2,000 steps the first few days, and I still am. I'm trying to work my way back up, but like still relaxing, but I'm not doing too much. I'm feeling I have a lot of back pain, but I feel like I'm kind of hunching over because I don't want to sit up straight because that would like make the scars stretch and hurt. And they ended up using like steri strips. There's like strips on my stomach, and they're supposed to like fall off naturally. I think they said like 3 weeks, so I don't have like any stitches or anything. So it's been fine. I took Oxy for the first like 2 days, but then I stopped because I was having trouble going to the bathroom. I was taking like laxatives, stool softeners, and then I finally was able to go to the bathroom. And then after like maybe the 3rd day, I stopped taking the Oxy. I was taking ibuprofen like every 5 hours, but then I just switched to Tylenol just because the back of the bottle just says don't exceed a certain amount. Tylenol has like 4,000, so I was like, I feel safer using Tylenol. So today I actually didn't take any, but I took a little bit, like I took 1,000 mg before this video. So today is like the best that I'm feeling since the surgery. I tried to make sure my place was prepared as best as it could be when I came back. I kind of have like a high up bed, so I had like a step stool beside it, so I can get in bed easily. I've been finding that I was laying my back, so I didn't have to make a big adjustment on how I slept. I'm not like a stomach sleeper or a side sleeper. I will say if you're a stomach sleeper, you're not gonna be able to do that. If you're asleep on your right side, you might have to adjust. Left side, I feel like you can make it shake. Like I said, the pain. So I had just been sleeping straight on my back with one pillow, and then I put like a couple of pillows under my legs, under my knees. Okay, I'm using this thread Face It complexion stick in red, brown, and rich red. And rich brown red. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like it's been straightforward. Of course, I like kind of adjusted what I was going to be eating. I already kind of like was changing the way I was eating. And I was asking my doctor before, like, what can I do to avoid it? If I like, I'm losing weight. He was like, weight loss actually is what can cause gallstones. Like people who have like weight loss surgery or take Ozempic and lose weight fast, it can lead to gallstones. So I was like, that's not going to be helpful. So I was just trying to like, talk through like alternatives to getting it out. And I was really actually about to cancel it and be like, I'm not getting it. But then I got a gallbladder attack, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing this. And they were only coming like maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. But they're just so inconvenient, or you just feel so uneasy all the time. And you never really know when they're gonna hit. So I haven't had one. It's only been a few days since I've had it out, but I haven't had that feeling. I'm thinking, I know some people have like they call them phantom attacks, where the gallbladder used to be and they get the pain still, or they have like issues with their bowel duct being damaged. So thankfully I haven't had that happen to me. Using the Black Radiance powder. This is black coffee. But yeah, just making sure I don't eat anything too fatty. The first day I ate like some soup. I couldn't really put much on my stomach. And my body's still adjusting. Like you have like something missing from your body that's there. So I feel like you feel a little weird, like not like something is missing. But it's just like, I feel like your body, if you give it time, it will compensate and correct itself. So I feel good. Making sure I still try to do like low fat as much as possible. And I think I've been feeling good. After the laxative kicked in and I got like that first big movement out the way, I feel like I've been trying to use the bathroom every day. I feel like that's important. Yesterday I hadn't taken the Gas X, and I was telling my mom like I'm having back pain, and she was like, you should take the Gas X because maybe it's gas. I was like, I'm not taking it, but I ended up taking it, and I feel better today. So it probably was like, you have to get all the gas. I feel like that's going to be very important. Just like making sure you release all the gas they pump into your stomach. Otherwise, I feel like as long as you stay hydrated, don't eat anything crazy. Like I haven't eaten like red meat. And I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I do like a burger. Like I feel like I eat a burger like once a week. when I'm craving it. So I haven't eaten a burger. Probably won't eat a burger for like a few weeks. Red meat. I normally do like a lot of chicken, turkey, bacon. So I've just been doing that, really only chicken. And I feel good. I feel like my body's adjusting. I'm ready to get back into the swing of things and be able to exercise like I want. I missed my first Zumba class in months. I was upset. And it's funny, before the surgery, I was like, I'm going to Zumba on Monday. And everybody was like, yeah, right. But I just I didn't know what to expect. But of course, yeah, I did not go to Zumba on Monday. And I'm probably not going to go this Monday either. I feel like I could be back after like 2 weeks, but I'll still like take it easy. Maybe more of I just have to see what my body feels like. But like I said, today's the best that I have been feeling. And today's also the first day I put on like a real bra. Like yesterday I tried to put on something, and the way it was sitting on my scarf, I just didn't like it. But today I have on like a sports bra. And I feel like if you have smaller boobs, you might be a little bit better off. I kind of have I have triple D. So my band is kind of wide on my bras. But yeah, I feel better. Yesterday I got out, did a little shopping. Today I might go get a few things from Ulta. But yeah, just make sure you listen to your body. If you feel like something's wrong, definitely go get it checked out. I'm about to finish just makeup and I'll be back. Wise man closes his mouth, madman closes his fist, young man shows his age, judgment and his sin. I bet bad men don't exist, no evil man exists, good men don't exist. Alright, the look is done. Just a slight beat, but like I said before, just make sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure you're listening to your body. Go to the doctor regularly, at least for your yearly checkup. And if something feels wrong, definitely don't ignore it. We're getting older each day. Like, I'm so used to being like, whatever, I'm fine, it'll be fine. But I'm really about to turn like 30 next year, and 30's still young, but our bodies, we need different things. We need to make sure we're taking really extra good care of yourself, and take care of yourself now, because that'll be indicative of how your life will be years from now. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you had your gallbladder removed, let me know as well what you did to adjust, things you've noticed, things you've taken. I hear some people talk about oxbow and digestive enzymes on TikTok. So that's really good to know. I haven't started it yet, but I'm just trying to get used to my body. And then I'm going to work with my nutritionist to kind of see if I need to incorporate one of those. So yes, thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.